my goodness. Oh my God. This is a eureka moment. The way they're ending abruptly, you see here? I mean, this is a discovery that's being made at this moment.
Jerry was the equivalent of a ghost chaser, of a paranormal investigator. He was looking for something that people said didn't exist.
It's very difficult to go against people that are giants and well-known in the field, and you're out there, you're one single person saying, no, you have it wrong.
When I started publishing my results, they thought I was nuts. But no matter what they told me, I still believed myself, and I continued on.
Six and a half years ago, my family had a tragic event happen. My wife and I were on holiday, and this was in March of 2016, and I got a phone call late one night from my son Ian. And he said, Dad, Cody has fallen. That's his wife. Cody has fallen and broken her back. And then there was a long pause, and he said, and now she can't feel her legs. Sorry.
It's pretty common knowledge in the medical field, in the biotech pharma field, that the central nervous system does not regenerate itself. It doesn't repair itself. When you get damage, there can be some level of repair for a period of time, but everything after that becomes permanent. And that is settled science. It's been settled science for about 100 years.
Many pharmaceuticals have attempted to be, sort of fill that gap, but none of them have really shown it to be, efficacious on a clinical level.
Can you imagine the change in your life that occurs in seconds? You have no time to prepare. It's devastating. And I want to try to fix it if I can.
So I just started to plow into the literature. I read everything I possibly could. And then I found Jerry Silver's 2015 paper in Nature. And I knew I'd found something that was potentially revolutionary.
Jerry Silver came along and asked a simple question: why do nerves not go where they're not supposed to go? There must be something else there. And so he challenged that dogma. And as you know, that has the, potential ramifications of making you seem crazy.
The world was pretty much thinking that my work was artifact, and I was having a very hard time getting funded.
I'm sure that he has been shunned by journals for papers that he wanted to publish, or getting up at meetings and giving presentations.
He was doing things that people didn't think should be done, and he was getting results that people didn't think he should be getting.
I was a voice in the wilderness, I was told. There is no extracellular matrix. It doesn't exist. It just can't be.
And this wasn't just a year or 2 years. And this is over decades.
All the way from an observation made in the 1990s, never having stopped, never doubting myself, even though others did.
Despite the scrutiny, despite the sacrifices, despite being pushed to the outside, he kept looking, believing he was right.
Once another group in England verified our results completely independently, that opened the field. People started to believe it. What we do in the lab is to bring out elegance in nature, hunt for it. Where is the elegance? Where are the simple solutions?
And that's what my team was tasked with. So when I joined Jerry's lab in 2009, he asked us, hey, we just discovered this receptor. You need to develop drugs in order to inhibit that receptor.
And we just designed a couple key potential therapeutics that could work. One of them worked very well.
The preclinical work that's been done in rats has shown incredible efficacy.
The amount of recovery is spectacular. It's unprecedented.
The animals went from a paralytic state where they couldn't walk, they couldn't urinate on their own, to ones that were walking across the table, running across the table, releasing their paralysis.
Those nerves were dead. And Jerry showed that wasn't really the case. They were just trapped. If you could just untrap them, that they would start to sprout again, that they would start to make connections again.
If this pans out to be translational to humans and true for people, it would have to be Nobel Prize worthy.
any meaningful recovery that the person can say, this has changed my life for the better, that's what I want.
The ability to move one finger could control a wheelchair. So you don't actually need that much regeneration to drive an enormous benefit to quality of life.
And we have not seen a pharmaceutical that can do that effectively. And that's what sets this apart from any of the ones that came before, and that's what really excites me.
It's remarkable to see this. It's never happened before. I'm ecstatic. I'm really happy. Just might work.
Spinal cord injury, Alzheimer's disease, multiple sclerosis, any disease where you need to regenerate the nerve, this drug has the potential to help it.
This is really just the beginning of a brand new class of molecules that can be developed in order to help repair the nervous system.
If it works in Alzheimer's, wonderful. If it works in MS, spectacular. But if we can make people walk again, that's biblical.
So the quote from Nobel Prize winner Ramon Cajal is that when nerves are injured, they do not regenerate. And he said further that if this problem could be solved, it would be due to the great efforts of scientists in a future generation. And that was 100 years ago. Jerry Silver is that scientist, and this moment is now.
Can you imagine being able to see somebody that NervGen has treated take their first step? Wouldn't that be something?